What is up? It's Coach Hallie here. Welcome to the third onboarding video. And today we are talking about your macros, your meal plan, and your nutrition, which I'm super excited for. So first and foremost, where do you find your nutrition goals and your meal plan? Now, if it's completed, you will see this in the app and we'll let you know once your meal plan is done. But once you have those goals in there, you're going to tap on the little star goal thing. It's like a little tiny icon at the very bottom. So you're just going to tap on that page, and this is where you'll find your macros. So you'll see your protein, your carbs, your fat, and your calories. Now, this might look a little bit confusing to you or overwhelming at first, and that's okay. It's totally normal if you haven't tracked your food before. The good news is though, you don't have to worry about how the heck do I hit these macros? What does that even mean? We created a meal plan for you that hits your macros for you. And this is a huge benefit about having a coach and a program is it saves you so much time and stress because all you need to do is just eat what's on the meal plan. Okay, so how do we find our meal plan? Right next to that little star goal circle thing on the fork and knife icon, this is where you can view your meal plan. So it'll say meal plan, you just hit view, your phone is probably gonna download the PDF, and then boom, we've got our pretty little meal plan here. You will see that it has 7 different days. Now, you do not have to do day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 to 6, day 7, and it's all different meals throughout the week. I know that can be kind of overwhelming. So what I recommend you do is choose one day that you really like. So for example, let's say you really like day 2 and you're like, ooh, that looks good. I want to eat this every day. So take day 2 and do that for the entire first week. So you literally eat the same things. You're doing day 2 every day. Then second week comes by, maybe you want to try day 3 and you're like, I want to switch things up. Then you do day 3 for the entire second week. So that's how I would do it. That's what I do recommend. We just added more days on here for you. If you are someone who does want more variety, you do want to eat different meals throughout the week, you can do that. But again, if you want less groceries, less overwhelm, I recommend doing what I said. Another option to follow the meal plan is you can do day 1, you could do day 2, and then day 3 the next day. And then you just repeat that. You do day 1 again, day 2 again, day 3, and maybe day 3 again. So that's the full 7 days. So it doesn't really matter how you follow the meal plan because each of these days will hit your macros for you. You just need to make sure that you are following this meal plan for the first 2 weeks. And we want you to follow it to a T. That means no eating out the first 2 weeks and no alcohol the first 2 weeks. Also, nothing outside of this meal plan. No extra snack, no things you're not tracking, no extra coffees you're not tracking. We want you to follow this meal plan to a T. It's only for the first 2 weeks. You will be able to have more balance and flexibility later on in the program, but we want to start you off in momentum. I want you to kick things into gear, fully commit, and you will notice if you follow this meal plan the next 2 weeks, you're already going to start to feel better. You're already going to have more energy. You're already going to be learning, oh, this is how you actually eat properly. This is how you structure your day with nutrition. So follow it for the next 2 weeks. No ifs, ands, or buts. On your first check-in, that's when we can reassess and see where to go from there. The next thing that you are going to need to do is you're going to need to go into Myfitnesspal and you're going to need to update your goals inside of Myfitnesspal. So the macros that we set for you will be in Trainerize, but it's not going to automatically upload inside of Myfitnesspal. Okay, so anytime we change your macros or you just got your macros, you will need to manually go into Myfitnesspal and update your goals in here. So for example, let's just say I'm going to the goals page again where I can see my macros. It's 140 protein, 250 grams of carbs, and 55 grams of fat. This may or may not be your macros. This is just an example. So I'm gonna go to Myfitnesspal and I'm gonna go to the bottom right where it says more with the 3 little dots. Then I'm gonna go to goals with the little target. I'm gonna go to calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals. It's underneath nutrition right here. And then this is where we are going to put in the macros. Now, I will say if you do not have the premium version, you will not be able to change it to the exact grams. It's going to look like this and it's gonna have percentages. That is okay. You do not need to buy the premium version of Myfitnesspal. I highly recommend it. Yes, I do think it's worth it. Yes, it's $80 for the year, but it's an investment in yourself. I personally have it and I think it is worth it. But if you do not want to get the premium, again, you don't have to. You will just have to try and get as close as you can to the macros that you have in Trainerize. So I'm just gonna kind of play around with this and see how close I can get it. And it looks like, you know, we want it to total 100%. So it looks like 25% fat, 25% protein, and 50% carbs is close. And I'm just gonna press the green check mark and just say, okay, I uploaded my macros in there. Now here's the thing where you can get away with using the free version. It honestly doesn't matter what your macros say in Myfitnesspal. We're really just using this to track and measure your food and to see where you are at for the day. day with your macros. Okay, so you just know that here on this page in Trainerize, these are the macros you wanna hit. If you have the free version, just disregard what your goal says in Myfitnesspal and just know you're trying to hit these macros in Trainerize. Now, if you do have the premium version, which again, I do recommend, I'm just gonna go back and update that so it matches exactly to the macros we have as the example. So you're just gonna play around, put 40 protein, whatever it is, press the green check mark, and then boom, now you've got your macros inside of here. So this is how we're going to do it. You're gonna be following the meal plan, but I also want you to practice logging your meal plan inside of Myfitnesspal, which I will show you how to do in this video. But a page that I wanted to show you too is you're gonna scroll down, and this is for today. These are the foods that I have tracked in here. We're gonna scroll all the way down and you're going to tap on nutrition on the bottom left corner where it says nutrition. Tap on that, and this is the page you want to look at. I look at this page throughout the entire day just so I can see where I'm at for the day. And this is where you're actually gonna look of what your macros are. So under total, I'm looking at protein, carbs, and fat under the total. There's a lot of different things on here. There's fiber, there's trans fat, there's cholesterol, there's sodium. Just worry about protein, carbs, and fat. Let's just look at those three. Better yet, just even look at calories and protein. You don't need to worry about all this other stuff when we're just getting started, okay? So I can see under total where I am at, and you just wanna make sure that you are within 5 grams of your goals inside of Trainerize. So technically, I am within 5 grams of each macro of the macros in Trainerize. So that's how I know, okay, this day is good. I'm within my macros. You wanna be within 5 grams. All right, ladies, we are gonna get into the actual tracking part. So I will show you how to track your meal plan and how to put it into Myfitnesspal. So first and foremost, you need a food scale. You do not need anything fancy. This is an old, I don't even know where this is from. It's just an old freaking scale I've had for years. You can just get any cheapo one on Amazon. As long as it weighs in grams and ounces, you are good. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull up your meal plan, which I have as an example, I have it on my laptop here. So let's say you are making your meal prep for the week. You can have it out on your laptop or just use it on your phone. And all you're going to do is literally just weigh out whatever your meal plan said. To make this super easy, I'm gonna show you guys an example of rice, beef, and green beans, because that's my lunch that I eat every day. So you're going to put your plate or your meal prep container or whatever on your scale. You're gonna turn it on, make sure it says 0, and if it doesn't, you just press tare, it will say 0, okay? Then you're literally just going to take your rice, your pasta, whatever, and you're just going to literally weigh it out of whatever your meal plan says. I'm doing the whole thing because I usually have more rice than this and I don't have enough, but I'm just showing you guys for this example. And you can see as you're putting your rice in, your potatoes in, or whatever, you're weighing it out. And this is what tracking macros is. You're just being aware of the portion sizes that you're using. And as you can see too, I use microwave rice. I just threw this in the microwave for 3 minutes. Make your life easier, okay? Next thing is my veggies. And what do you know? I use frozen mixed veggies because you guys, I want my life to be easy, okay? I'm not gonna cut and prepare and wash vegetables. If you want to, you can. This is just what works for me. So I am just gonna press 0 again. So it says 0, you just tared out your scale, and then you're just gonna pour in the next thing. And so this is honestly what you do for every meal. You don't need multiple containers, so many different plates, different bowls. Like, you can use it all in one plate. You are already putting your food in a container or on a plate. This time you're just weighing it out, and you don't need to weigh it out individually or separately or anything like that. So I'm just gonna weigh out 100 grams of the green beans because that is what I have in each meal. And then we're just gonna press 0 again. There you go, it says 0. And then you're just going to take your protein or whatever it says on your meal plan. Maybe it says chicken, 4 ounces. So you notice I'm changing it to ounces now because I weigh everything in grams except for protein. I will weigh in ounces. So I changed this to ounces, I tear it out so it says 0. And then I'm just gonna weigh out as much of beef as I have. I actually am running low. But if it said, 4 ounces of beef, obviously I would weigh out the 4 ounces of beef. And then there you go. That is your meal. Now for condiments, we need to be tracking these as well. So say I wanted to add some ketchup to this meal. I'm not going to because I don't really like ketchup. But I'm just going to press 0 again. So it zeroes it out, change it back to grams. And then you're just gonna put whatever condiment you want. I would, weigh it out so you can see how much grams you're putting on your meal. And it's that simple, you guys. Here's the meal right here. She's all measured out. This is not perfect for my macros, but I'm just showing you guys for this video. Next thing I wanna show you guys is things like yogurt or peanut butter or just things that are in a container to make your life easier. You're going to take your Greek yogurt or whatever's in your container, put it on your scale. You're going to press 0, and then we can take out the negative grams. So I'm just like stirring around my Greek yogurt yogurt. It's kind of gross. I feel like this is like expired, but I'm just showing you guys for this video, okay? So I'm gonna scoop out how much I need. And so now it's measuring the negative grams and it's showing you exactly how much you're taking out. So this is how you wanna measure things that are in containers like this, like Greek yogurt. You can also do this with peanut butter as well. So again, same thing. I take my peanut butter, I take my lid off, I put her on the scale, we press 0. And then this is what I do every morning. I take out my little knife and you just scoop out your peanut butter and it will tell you exactly how much peanut butter you are scooping out. So definitely utilize this trick. It is so much easier when you are tracking macros. Next thing I want to show you guys is butter. Yes, we need to track butter. You need to track oil. In fact, butter and oil is very high in calories. I recommend getting this brand, the Kerrygold Irish butter. This is a very high quality, like grass-fed butter. So maybe you have a butter tub like this. I get this one because it is easier to track. So you're just gonna put her on your scale, press 0, and again, I have peanut butter on this knife, so I'm not gonna put it into the butter, but I would just scoop out like, you know, the 5 grams of butter that I'm gonna use, or like 3 grams of butter. So you can still use butter, just get a better quality one and make sure you are measuring and weighing it out. And lastly, I'm gonna show you an example of a liquid. So we are just gonna put our glass on the scale, and let's say I was making my iced coffee, which I make an iced coffee every morning at home. And let's pretend I have ice in here and my coffee espresso shot is in there. You're just gonna take your milk, almond milk, oat milk, whatever milk you use, and you literally just pour it in. And I do it very slowly because if I want like 150 grams of milk, I don't want to pour too much to then I have to like pour some out. So just do it really slowly, especially as you get close. It's 153 grams and that's close enough for me. So I'm never like exactly on the dot. Sometimes I might be like 151 grams of milk or whatever. But honestly, that part I wouldn't worry too much. Just get as very closely as you can. It's never going to be perfect, but that's how you would weigh out liquids, is just put your cup on the scale. I hope that this video was helpful for you to visually see how to weigh out your food. So all that you need to do now is you'll follow what's on your meal plan. You're going to weigh everything out in the grams and make sure you're also inputting that into Myfitnesspal, which I'm going to show you right now. Now, how do we actually input our meal plan into Myfitnesspal? Well, it's very simple and easy. And I promise you, you only have to really do this once. It only takes a long time at the beginning. Then I'll show you how you can easily copy and paste your food entries into the next day. But I'm going to open up Myfitnesspal and you're just going to go to add food on your food diary. And this is where you're going to add your food. So you are just going to type in whatever your meal plan says. Maybe it says English muffin from the Thomas brand or whatever. Make sure you are typing the brand as well. And then you're just going to add that there by pressing the little plus icon. Now, if you have the premium, which I highly recommend, you can use the scan barcode feature and it makes it a lot faster. So if I wanted to like scan my peanut butter, now it's going to upload the exact brand of the peanut butter. Now, here's what's very important. We don't want to use tablespoons. We don't want to use cups. You want to use grams and ounces because that's exactly what we are weighing out. So for example, I scanned my peanut butter and it says 2 tablespoons. I don't want to use tablespoons though, because maybe sometimes you need 10 grams. Maybe sometimes you need 20 grams. So I'm going to tap on where it says tablespoon, and then you're just going to scroll down and put where it says 1 gram. So the serving size is going to be 1 gram. 1 gram, 1 ounce, whatever you're weighing out. The number of servings is what's going to be the amount on your meal plan. So if we say 15 grams of peanut butter, you're going to type in 15. If it says 10, you're going to put 10. So this is the number that you play around with to make sure you're getting the exact serving size. Then you're just going to press the green check mark and then you added it in there. Now let's also say that I am having eggs for breakfast. So you're just going to type in egg, and you can also do it this way. You'll notice how some entries have a green check mark. Those are usually the ones that I use because they are usually the most accurate. And again, my serving size, if I were to have 2 eggs, I'm going to put 1 egg is the serving size. Number of servings is 2. So the number of servings is always going to be like the amount that you are eating specifically in that meal. Now, let's say I'm going to eat the same exact thing for breakfast tomorrow. You can press edit on the top left and then select all and then go to copy on the bottom, and you can literally copy it to the next day. And it will already put it, oops, I put it for Saturday. It will put it in the day that you select to copy it to, which makes it so quick and easy, because once you have your entire day planned out, which by the way, you want to be pre-logging your food. We're not going to be eating as we go throughout the day and then tracking it as you go. You're going to go in the morning or the night before, you're going to input all of your food for the next day. And then you're going to actually just have everything prepared. So as you can see, I haven't eaten all of these meals. I still have like 3 meals left on here that I haven't eaten, but every morning I go in and I put all of my meals in, I put all my macros in, so I know exactly what to eat. This way I know how to hit my macros. So at the end of the day, you're not going to be left with with like 20 grams of chicken and all the 20 grams of protein left or whatever. It's gonna actually hit your macros spot on if you do it ahead of time, because this gives you the room and the time to kind of switch things around. So if I wanted to just, copy and paste this, let's say you're doing your meal plan to where you're just gonna eat the same thing throughout the week. You're just gonna press edit and then you're gonna do select all. So it's gonna select everything in here and then just copy to tomorrow, and then it literally pastes everything in here for tomorrow. So it makes your life so much easier. Now, the reason we want you to track your meal plan, even though we already have it planned out for you, is you may notice that you'll put everything into Myfitnesspal on your meal plan, and it may or may not be within the 5 grams of your macros. This is because you might have used different brands or different, serving sizes, or maybe different entries. So just make sure that if you do, we might need to make some adjustments. And if you need help, just let us know. But we want to make sure that your meal plan stays within 5 grams of each macro. And that is how to track your meal plan. So what I want you to do is, again, follow the meal plan for the next 2 weeks. You're just going to measure everything out. You're going to make sure you're eating the right amounts of food. You're going to track it into Myfitnesspal just so you can practice it. And one day our goal is to get you off the meal plan where you will be doing this independently. You know how to track macros, you know how to hit your macros, and you don't even need a meal plan to follow, but it's going to take us time to get there. This is our first stepping stone. So follow it for the next 2 weeks. You got this. And of course, let us know if you have questions, because you're not doing this alone. We're going to be there for you every single day that you need us, every step of the way. So reach out if you're struggling, reach out if you need help. We believe in you, and let's start tracking.